X'10 report.
Hey guys, we're here at X'10. We're talking with Josh Atkins, lead designer on Fable 3.
The uprising has begun. But who will lead the revolution?
Fable's a huge game, and there's a ton of stuff to talk about, but if I were going to pick one thing, the biggest and most important thing is this idea of a journey to rule. So you start the game out as a revolutionary, and you need to get people to follow you and believe in you to overthrow the evil king, who, without giving a spoiler away, also happens to be your older brother. And the way you get people to follow you is both by being a great hero, but also by making promises to them. And you say, all right, if you follow me, I promise that I will end, child labor, or I'll give these lands back to you that my brother took, or I'll be a great environmental leader. You make lots of different promises to them. And then once you become ruler, the real trick is, do you decide to make good on those promises, and can you?
One of the great success stories of Fable was the customization of your player. You're able to make him look the way you want it to look, have whatever family or relationships you wanted to have. How do you take that customization a step further in the third one?
I think it's an interesting question. So the way I believe we've taken it further is by allowing you actually to have those relationships with other players. So all the great customization is there. You can do whatever you want with your hero, you can dress them however you want, but really what's interesting is you can now get married and have a family with another player. And so this allows you to actually have this whole new experience in the game, where you're really going to feel engaged and emotionally involved with other players. And you can also adopt kids, and we support same-sex marriage, and so we're really allowing players to experience the game how they want to.
So is this like on a level of an MMO now? Like
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I think MMOs are great, but for us, we're still a pretty deep core action game on a console, and so we haven't stepped into like MMO gameplay, but we have sure been influenced by it. And really, more importantly, when you think about Fable, one word we use a lot is emotion, right? And so for us, just doing co-op gameplay and not having it mean something to the player, it didn't resonate with us. We wanted players to feel something when they were playing with each other.
Tell us a bit about the world that players are going to be playing in, and specifically stylization. I mean, the first Fable versus the second one, this one looks like it has a very kind of colonial, like British kind of influence.
It's interesting, I'm from the US originally, and making a game about Victorian London or Victorian England is a fascinating experience. It is definitely, the way I look at it is, it's Albion at the edge of its industrial revolution. So factories have cropped up, but with industrial revolution, like in real life, you've got things like kids working in factories, tremendous poverty, and a huge gap between those who have and those who don't. And it's your job as the player to try to fix that if you choose to do so.
Tell us a bit about the team that, because in Fable you assembled a bunch of people to fight with you. You had dogs. What's it going to be like in Fable 3?
Well, I think that we learned a lot from making Fable 2 and kind of what we enjoyed about it and what we thought players enjoyed. So one key thing is you're actually collecting a whole group of people, right? So that we're going to follow you and believe in you as the leader. And so, you're actually going to see visual representations of who's following you, and you can actually build quite a big group. We do have some core characters, and one thing that's really interesting is we've said publicly, and I think this is a really good point. The voice cast we've pulled together is second to none. I mean, we've got Stephen Fry is back, and Zoe Wanamaker's back, but we also have characters like Simon Pegg, John Cleese, nice. Michael Fassbender, a huge list of great British voice talent. And what that's done is not only are you collecting these characters, but the voice talent really helps you care about them.
Tell us when Fable 3 is slated to come out?
Fable 3 releases October 26th of this year here in Canada and the US, and it releases October 29th in Europe.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, pleasure, man. Thank you very much.